God has a message that He's wanting me to release to some of you guys that He blessed me with this morning, and what God said was, tell my people they will need a tissue. An overflow of tears is coming their way. They are coming out of the place of struggle and hardship, out of the place of darkness. There are many things that they have struggled with, but your struggle will be no more. Tell them that their hardships are going to have been worth it during their struggle. Tell my people to let out a joyful cry when the time arrives. I do not mind if my people have an ugly cry in the moment. I just want them crying the tears of joy that they are wanting to cry. I do not want them to hold them in. They are coming out of their season of struggle and wilderness, and they will receive a breakthrough that was not expected. So God is saying to some of you, right, that He needs you to get ready to have a joyful cry. He needs you to prepare your tissues. And God told me, right, after He blessed me with this, He had me up in you guys' business. He was like, some of them don't like to cry. Like, some of you guys don't like to cry because you've cried so many sad tears. Like, anytime, like, you want to cry, like, you just don't want to do it, right? But God is saying to some of you that at first you're not going to want to cry this joyful cry, but you're going to feel the relief and the release of this wilderness season just floating off of you. God is saying to some of you that you are about to come out of your wilderness season. I don't know what your wilderness season looks like for you. I don't know if it's lack. I don't know if it's depression, if it's anxiety, if it's bad spiritual attacks. But God is saying to some of you that you're about to come out of your wilderness, and you think that you're just coming out of your wilderness, being delivered from depression or anxiety or bad spiritual attacks or lack, right? And God obviously, you know, not restoring yet the things that you're trusting Him to restore. You think that like you're just receiving deliverance from those things, but God is saying to some of you that I am going to do more than that. I'm going to bless you with particular blessings that you didn't even expect, and you won't know like at first, but some of these blessings are going to be connected to the struggles that you had to go through, because you didn't realize that those struggles were actually preparing you for particular blessings that you didn't even ask for and that you weren't even expecting. God is saying to some of you that I need you to be okay with, you know, doing your ugly cry. But God is saying to some of you that I don't find your cry ugly. That's what God was telling me. He was like, I don't find their cry ugly, but they find their cry ugly. And I was just saying, Lord, like, I just feel like they could just imagine like you just saying like like some of you, like, you think that like God is gonna judge you for like your cry, right? But God is just looking down. He's just like, look at my little puppy, look at her, look at he. But God is saying to some of you that I need you to get ready for this like turnaround, because things are going to make sense. The things that didn't make sense are going to make sense in the struggles that you had to endure and go through. You're going to receive your answer through the blessing.